Hello there, and back to the weekly series on creativity awakening, together with a book of Julia Cameron and my own experience, my own transformational experience that I'm sharing. Here, I finished last week with quite emotional sharing of the chapter on self-realization and authenticity, and I think it's still a process for me. So the last point in there was on the power of now, on being attentive, and I think this is something that I find important for myself. Maybe fantasizing a lot is really important for the someone who starts the creativity awakening path and start doing something new and totally different, but at the same time grounding yourself in the moment. A lot of that is from Ekhart Tolle, The Power of Now, also New Earth, the book that I would recommend. Um, Seeing what is happening in the moment and receiving all the signs that are coming in the moment. And if you allow, you can see how universe is speaking to you. So the power of now actually includes the healing part as well, the reward of being in the moment. The pain they disintegrate in that moment, and I would even add in the loving support of acceptance. So being in the moment sometimes is really hard, so I'll give you some tips. I found for me it's one of the most um, defining points of transformation compared to the way how I used to live before, in the mind, always in the future or in the past, not really appreciating or noticing what is happening in the moment. And this is actually why I'm so attentive to words sometimes, what I say and what other people say, and if they really mean what they say, um, or you can actually look at the actions. That is always best. But bringing this attention into the moment, right? Yes, it doesn't matter, and that's an example from Julia Cameron. If the way how you live life is it's in the financial success, um, or having maybe no money to eat tomorrow. It's the way how you feel in that moment. If you are able to notice the nature around you, or appreciate people that are around you, etc. So that's what defines the moment. And then, of course, when you are in this moment, you are appreciating the moment, then you can work on going for the true desires that you want to have, a financial abundance, or um, journeys, or anything that makes you happy. So the continuation of this topic, the strength, the awakening of the sense of strength, or recovering the sense of inner strength, is actually beginning with the concept of anger. And anger management is quite popular nowadays. We have some series about it, even cartoons. So it is a friend, is not an enemy. Anger can be a fuel, the source of fuel. We just, in our society, we mostly are used to cover anger, or um, lying about it, not expressing it, or taking some pills from, having this inner um, vibration, so to say, this emotion of anger, but its role is to motivate us for the action and set the direction. If we listen actually to anger, we can hear a message. And that comes, for instance, when you see some movie and you're like, oh, that's the idea that I wanted exactly to implement, or oh, this course is exactly the way how I wanted to structure it, or I had a similar technique, etc. It's when the anger is showing you that you gotta value your ideas seriously and taking them seriously. So it's a dear friend, a much better one that compared to indifference or despair. And recognizing anger, for me at least, it was a process. I know that now that I had a lot of suppressed anger. I was always trying to be this good, nice girl, acting, from yeah, being under superiority and trying to be nice. Whew. So it took me some time to start learning how to release anger and how to, well, also with the help of some healers in the beginning, and then with the changing of the behavior, accepting this emotion, and learning the new ways to use it, and exactly the way how it can be used in ecological approach is to put it into the some kind of creative process, writing or painting, etc. So learning, yeah, how anger can be managed is a mastery for me as well. And another point that is super important for me right now is synchronicity. That's also the way to awaken the inner strength and look at the, if you believe in the inner um, strength, or if you believe in the outer strength, right? Like Carl Jung, for instance, he was referring to the universe, the co-creating universe, that helps us with our true wishes. And nowadays we have a lot of new age information, like the book Secret, so many coaches teaching you affirmations and feelingization. So it's widely accepted topic, and it's just easy sometimes not to believe it. It's the fear of success that we have perhaps prevent us into believing that we actually can have the doors open. And I do get a lot of doubts and kind of willing to go back or look for other options myself, forgetting that everything is possible when we start doing the actions towards, even the smallest actions towards the goal, towards that true desire that we ask the universe to fulfill for us, and see how it unfolds and observe it, so you don't have in the end to believe me or anyone who says it. You can believe your own experience, and even then, of course, there can be still doubts, so it's a process. So in the support to your divine calling, your true soulful desire, you can get something that you would never expect: new friends, material support coming from sources that I would never believe for myself, like the experience from last week. Um, yeah, then again, you can take the quote from Goethe: if you think or believe that you're capable of something, start doing it. In the action is the magic, virtue, and strength. So this time it's a bit shorter than last time. Hope you stayed with me till the end. And if you have any questions or experiences, please share with me. How do you observe this synchronicity happening in your life, like a small example? Or did you manage to use anger as a source, as a fuel for some actions, for some inspired actions to act on your heart desire. So please share in the comments below, and I would be happy to read it after. Thanks for listening again, and stay with me for more videos and also announcement of the program.